these are the ToniePLAY games that are new for the Toniebox 2. So if you got the Toniebox 2 with the slightly curvy edges, this is the Toniebox Play platform they've launched with it. Now it doesn't come with any of this, so I'm going to show you that if you just buy the Toniebox 2, you got to get one of these. This is called the ToniePLAY button, and it's a Lazy Susan underneath that spins around. It's magnetic, and it has on the top a clicker, so you can choose your answer. I'm going to show you how that works in a second, but essentially it goes on top of the Toniebox. Alright, so we got two games, and I just want to compare them so you can understand how the games work. I had one before, but I wanted to get another one so you could see kind of side by side how they work. I've got the Disney Quiz Kingdom and the Paw Patrol Adventure Bay Rescue Heroes. So each of them come with these game boards. Now right away you can see they're just plastic game boards, but they have some sort of RFID in the middle that the Toniebox can recognize. And they're the same size on the exterior and the same size on the interior. But what's different about them is you can see the Disney game has three choices that it'll play against that you can rotate the knob to answer. So if it says, B for this or C for that, you can rotate the knob right when it's on the Toniebox. I'm going to show you in a second. And the Paw Patrol has Rider, and then, I don't know, corn maybe? I don't know what that is. Mountains, trees, hills, water, and city. So, you would rotate it so you get on each side. Now, those are the discs. Now, each of them come with a game board of some kind, so that folds out. This is the Disney game board, and that you'd use to play on. And this is the Paw Patrol Adventure Bay game board, and we would use that to play on this one. This one's a little bigger, and it's a map of Adventure Bay. So just to give you an idea, it folds out flat, and then you've got all of Adventure Bay. You don't have any pieces to move, it's just there to help with the gameplay. The difference between that and the Disney one is the Disney one has pieces that you get rewarded here, and the pieces have the characters on them. So as you make your way from 1, 2, 3, you make your way up and you put the pieces down. This is a single player game, so that's the way it's designed to be played. It uses the board as an accompanying piece for keeping track. So how do these go on top? Now you take your Toniebox 2, and note this doesn't work with Toniebox 1, so I'm going to show you that too. You take your Toniebox 2, you take your game piece here, and you put it on where the ears are. So right here, if you can see, those are the ears sticking up. You just put it right on top. And once it's on there, then you put on the Toniebox Play controller and turn it on.
Welcome to Disney Quiz Kingdom. Are you ready to get started? Press the button. Welcome to Disney Quiz Kingdom. In this game, you answer questions, collect tokens, and get to the castle. So let's dive into the magic and test your knowledge. To listen to the first question, tap a card on the Toniebox.
So when it says to tap a card, each game comes with its own deck of cards. And these are also plastic cards, like the plastic top. And what each one does is it has an identity on the back, so Moana, Encanto, other ones, and a mystery one. And all you got to do to play it is to hold it close to the box and then watch the green circle load. When the green circle loads, it'll blink and make that noise, and then you'll hear Moana, so you know where you are.
False. Maui calls to Ka an ice princess. True. False.
So you can see it's lighting
Now it's
up
up to
true
you.
on A and
Which
false
option
on
is it?
C. So you have to rotate it.
True.
If you put it over A, it says true, so there's a little bit of voice guidance with it. If you put it over C, it says false. So what's nice about it is there's a little bit of guidance to it.
True.
because there's no clicking, there's no haptic feedback, there's no like you've crossed from one zone into another and you can feel it. But it's nice because you can rotate it and get the answer to say this is the one you'll select. So if I say false and I put my answer in, is that your final answer? Yes, it is.
Yeah, nice job. Oops, I mean nice job. Now, place a Moana token on the 1. Once you have placed the token, press the button.
And all that's telling you to do is to say, go back to the game board here, and on the first position, put a Moana token on it. Just put it on there. That's just for your own remembering in terms of where you went and which one you just played. So when you're done, you just click the play button again, and it goes to the next question. So
let's see what.
Similarly, let's reset and do it for Paw Patrol. So the Paw Patrol one works very similarly.
Download, then we can start right away.
It just says give me a moment to download because it didn't download. And this one comes with the cards as well. So you've got Sky, Rocky. No, that's Rocky. Zuma, Chase, Rubble, and Marshall. Of course, Marshall. He's my favorite. So these are the cards you'll use to get close to the Tony box when it asks you to pick a character. And again, for this one, you're going to take the ToniePLAY button that you used with the other game and just attach it to the top. Doesn't matter where it is at the moment. But one thing I wanted to mention to you is when you do buy these, try to remember if you already own the button, try to get the slim box when you buy it. It's $10 less. They also sell the game with the button, so that's $10 more. But every time you buy a game, it's possible that you'd buy the more expensive one and get multiple of these. You don't need multiple of these, you just need one. So save yourself $10 once you got the play button. Just make sure they call it the ToniePLAY controller, by the way. That's the official name. But make sure you're just buying the thin box for when you buy game number 2, 3, 4, whatever, however many you end up buying. That's just a tip to save a little money that way. We noticed this with the Disney game when we first put it on. When you buy the game and you put it on the Toniebox, it takes way longer to download content than it did for just the character Tonies that we've been reviewing on this channel. The character Tonies that we reviewed, they download pretty instantaneously, like this one we're doing right now as a review of the Go Noodle character Tonie. And I'll put a link to that down below if you're interested in. We do a podcast and review all the Tonies we can get our hands on. I think you can see, if you look at the green circle, you can see how far it is to complete in terms of downloading the content. It just keeps moving as it downloads. And that's a pro tip from one frustrated parent to another. It is doing something, it's just taking a long time doing it. I could have made a fresh pot of coffee while I was waiting for this to download. When you get that little beep, that's how you know you're done.
Press the button and let the fun begin.
Alright, so now to activate, we're going to hit the play button on the ToniePLAY controller, which is on top of our Toniebox.
Hi there, Tony friend. Thanks for coming so quickly. I've been waiting for you here at the lookout. The Paw Patrol has been getting tons of calls from all around Adventure Bay today. I could really use some extra help with my pup pad in getting the pups ready for action. Let's roll! If you want to skip the tutorial, press the button now. A big part of leading the Paw Patrol is calling the pups when we need them. In this game, you'll use your pup cards to call each member of the Paw Patrol. When I ask you to call a pup, tap that pup's card on the controller. Okay, let's give it a try.
I must have been too close there, so I had to back off. Hopefully he tells me which one it is again. It doesn't respond to voice commands, by the way. That would be cool.
Do you see Sky's pink pup card?
Ah, Sky. It wants
Find
Sky.
Tap it on the controller to call Sky. Sky!
This pup's gotta fly.
Yeah, right?
Answer our call. Press
3,
the button.
2, 1.
Nice. We're almost ready. Just one more drill. Let's help the pups get ready by turning the controller. Try it.
We're ready. All set. Ready for
There you go. Just turning the controller.
All right. Sounds like the pups are ready, and you are too. Oh, there's one now. Are you ready to answer the call?
Yes, Ryder.
Answer the pup pad. Press the button.
Hi, Ryder.
Hi, Captain Turbot.
I was sailing around Adventure Bay and, well, a seagull sent my boat off course and it seems I've crashed straight into a rock. We could really use your help, and fast.
Do you see a boat in water stuck on some rocks? When you find it, turn the arrow so it points to the right location. Then press the button.
Okay.
Let's go.
So a boat would be in water. So we're just going to turn the knob and see if it gives us any feedback.
We're looking for the boat. If you
Okay.
need help finding it, press the button. To select the farm, press the button.
Okay, I turned it to farm. I'm going to turn it again.
To select the mountains, press the button.
So it gives you an audible response when you reach a new zone when you're rotating the button slowly.
To select the forest, press the button.
I keep rotating.
To select the island, press the button. To select the ocean, press the button.
Okay, that's the ocean. That's where a boat would be. Hitting the button.
Nice searching. Let's go.
Click the play button on the ToniePLAY controller.
Paw Patrol to the lookout.
Ryder needs us.
I like that.
Patrol, ready? Nice to meet you, Tony friend.
That's
love
us.
Making new friends.
Yay.
Happy to have you here.
We need to find the pup with the hovercraft for this water rescue. Take a look at your pup cards. Choose the pup that's right for this mission. Then tap that pup's card on the controller. Let's go.
I think that pup would be, just trying to show you without tapping it. I think it's this guy here, Zumo or Zuma. Let's try it.
Zuma.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
I had a cable.
To drive the hovercraft and pull the boat, press the button on your controller.
I don't know how this is going to go, but I'll press the button on the controller.
It's budging. Press the button to keep pulling the boat.
Okay.
We're so close. Press the button to free the boat.
I guess I press and hold it.
It's free.
So you press and hold the button to give the boat its engine so it can rescue the other character. So it's a pretty cool use of this Tony button. So that gives you an idea how it works. I'm going to take these pieces off so it stops making noise. But I really like the Adventure Bay, the Paw Patrol one. I like Paw Patrol anyway. It's one of the ones that we watch a lot in our house. And I think Nick Jr. just runs it like 23 hours a day. So this game is really good reproduction of what an episode's like, but it's very interactive. So I'm impressed that they made it that rich in terms of the content and the level of interaction. It's much more interesting to play in terms of gameplay, I think, because you have a lot more twists and turns and things that keep you engaged with the game. One of the things we talked about on another video is just this Tony controller has no haptic feedback. It does have a little bit of a triangle on one part of the upper circle, so you know where the pointer is. That's the pointer for the ToniePLAY controller. So it gives you an idea of where the pointer is in terms of around the dial. If you're rotating it to the right every time, you can kind of feel that. But for visual impairment, it's going to be difficult to use, but I was impressed that these, although these don't have any texture to them, these the game play boards themselves here that go on top of the Toniebox. I was impressed that when you rotate it along to a different zone, that you got an audible feedback, and then they announced which zone you were on. So it makes the fact that these are programmed differently, like that this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options to select versus the Disney Play game, which has 1, 2, 3 options to select. It makes that doable because now you've got some sort of feedback that says you're leaving this choice and you're going to another choice, and it'll read out loud which value that choice represents. So like in the Disney, A represented true and C represented false, or vice versa. And in the Paw Patrol, a variety of answers were represented by these different choices that are reachable by turning the ToniePLAY controller 360. So it's somewhat usable in that regard. It could be a lot more friendly in terms of that. These plates themselves that go on top, the game that goes on top of the Toniebox 2, it would be nice if there was some texture to the different zones, just so you could feel with your finger when you're going from, choice farm to choice mountain in the Paw Patrol example. But it's just a smooth piece of square plastic with a hole cut out in the middle and 2 holes cut out for the Toniebox ears. The audio cues, I think that's a step in the right direction. I think they could have done better with it. To be honest, it's not hard to do some of those improvements, and I think they could have done a better job with it. Just my opinion. But overall, it's very clever. It's a lot of fun to use, the games, and the different plays you can do with it. Right now there's probably 10 or so games out there. I hope the platform continues to add to it, because the main reason that we got this is the younger kids are outgrowing the content Tonies. So the content Tonies are like these ones, where you put it on top and you get so much story time, usually around a half hour. But now they have audiobooks as options, and they have this Toniebox 2 has this ToniePLAY controller and ToniePLAY games that you can buy separately, which the older kids can engage with still. So if you're buying this and want to get more years out of it, because it's an investment, right? You're not buying it with lunch money. It's expensive, and you make that choice. That's nice that they offer the options to keep your kids engaged with it as their interests mature over time. So that I like very much. One other thing to note, just to note quickly, is that the Toniebox 1 has no ability to understand the Toniebox 2 games. So you would get the Toniebox 1, you would try to put it on top here, and it won't work. And that's because it's not designed to. This was the original one. It has so much memory. I think it has 8 gigs, and the new one has a lot more, 4 times memory in the new one, as well as probably a faster processor. So this won't work. You need the Toniebox 2. Toniebox 1 is not going to work with the games, the Tonie games. Toniebox 2 is required for the Tonie games. So just something to keep in mind if you're looking to get the games and you have the Toniebox 1. That's our review of ToniePLAY games that go on the Toniebox 2, and that included the ToniePLAY controller, which is bought separately, or you can get it bundled with a game. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, or share it with somebody else who you think might enjoy it, or hit the bell to subscribe so you know when new ones come out. Thanks for watching.
No job is too big, no poop is too small.